John McAfee will actually just landed in Miami today. And the reason why he was able to go from Guatemala to the U.S. is because he is a U.S. citizen, and his attorney did some tricky-pizzicky moves to make sure that he didn't have to go to Belize to be questioned about the murder of his neighbor. So,
Steve's questionable, man.
Here are some other questionable things. He has recently admitted that he totally faked the heart attack. And the reason why he faked the heart attack is because he wanted to make sure that he could buy time for his attorney to make sure he doesn't get sent to Belize.
I'm both happy and pissed because I nailed it. When he said there was a heart attack and there was a headlines, I said in the morning meeting on the TV side, bullshit, I don't believe it. They're like, come on, man, it's a heart attack. What, you don't believe a heart attack? I said, I don't believe it. You don't have trouble with, you might have murdered your neighbor and you're on the run, and all of a sudden you have the most convenient heart attack of all time. Oh, I'm hurt, dog. I think my chest is compressing. Instead, the thing I'm pissed about is that I didn't say it on air, so I can't. I mean, it doesn't count. If you don't say it on air, it doesn't count. I would have run the clip. It would have been awesome. Would have been like, what now?
All right.
All right. Anyway,
okay.
Do any of you remember me saying that? Jesus remembers, Irina remembers. I get partial credit. All right, go forward.
All right, I'm glad the story is now about you.
Okay, yes, I'm also glad.
All right, so he has been sent back to the U.S., but there are a few things that we should mention. So, first of all, authorities in Belize wanted to question him. He wasn't a primary suspect, but that doesn't matter. They wanted to question him, and he got super paranoid, left to Guatemala, entered the country illegally, and when he was supposed to get sent back to Belize, he faked the heart attack, and he got sent to the U.S. instead, okay? Now, did you guys know that after he made his $100 million fortune here in the U.S. by making that anti-spyware software, he actually left the United States to go to Belize so he wouldn't have to pay high taxes?
Oh, no, hell no, turn him back. When the minute he steps in Miami, be like, hey, bitch, you didn't want a U.S. citizenship, right? You didn't want the protections of the United States government. You didn't want to pay for that, right? You didn't want to pay for your taxes. That's what the taxes pay for, among other things, our justice system, the things that protect you, right? Well, then get your ass back on that plane and to Belize and answer the questions of the cops there, and you deal with that in any way you like. When it's convenient for them, they don't pay the taxes, they run away to Belize. When they need us, please take me back, America, please. No, listen, man. You know what? Your taxes before, they were probably 35% because you're in the top bracket. If I was, like, you can't do this, but if I was the government, I'd be like, well, now they're 70%. Or we could put you back on the flight to Belize.
Yeah.
Which one would you like?
What's amazing is, of course, this is a common theme of the show, right? The wealthy get the special treatment. You have the money, you have the best attorneys. It doesn't matter if you want to be questioned for murder. You can find a way to escape.
These guys, man, look, think about this. Julian Assange, our government is tracking him down throughout the world because he didn't use a condom during sex once. Because he exposed what the government did, right? Now, and he's not rich and powerful and is not bought off our politicians. Now you got a rich guy who told the government, go screw off, I'm not going to pay your taxes, right? And he's wanted on murder, possibly? And what does the government do? How can we help you? How can we help you? Because if you're rich and powerful and don't mess with the U.S. government, you get everything, all the privileges. But if you're not rich and powerful and you mess with the U.S. government, they're going to come for you, man. Two different justice systems, as always.